What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. As I always like to remind you guys, if you want to donate to this channel, if you want to show love to this channel, you can do so in the links provided in the description box below. Now, of course, the Lakers uh, are going to be a formidable threat next year. And apparently, one of the positions that some people have been speculating about with the Lakers is going to be filled by none other than the King. Of course, even though LeBron James has technically been playing the small forward position for his entire career, it is well known that in many instances he does have traditional point guard duties, bringing the ball up, initiating the offense, and running the offense. But technically, he's never been the point guard. But coming this season for the Lakers, he will be playing that position. He will be the starting point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, and I think this could work. They really don't have any choice, um, in my opinion. Rondo had his moments last year playing with the Lakers at the position, especially earlier on. But injuries were a problem with Rondo, and I don't think with this lineup. I think at his age and with this lineup, I think Rondo is probably best suited in a secondary role. I do think that this could work. And it also instantly conjures up Magic Johnson 2.0, uh, you know, recognitions, and people just think about Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was 6'8", 220. You never seen a guy at that particular time that could bring the ball up and handle the ball as well as he did. And of course, that Laker team um, went on to win 5 NBA championships in the 1980s, and they cemented their legacy as, if not the greatest dynasty in the history of NBA, that's probably the Bill Russell Celtics. They definitely were the most exciting dynasty to watch. So with LeBron James, you got a guy that's also 6'8". LeBron at this stage, I don't know how much he weighs. He looked pretty heavy last year. I'm pretty sure he'll probably get in better shape. Let's just say he's 265. I saw someone saying he had a 40-inch vertical. I don't think LeBron no longer has a 40-inch vertical. He might have a 36, 37-inch vertical, but I don't think it's quite 40 anymore. But, you know, the potential is there. I do think that if he's healthy, I do think LeBron James, especially now that I don't think Westbrook's going to be on the same team. Westbrook led the NBA in assists last year. Um, I don't think Westbrook's even going to be playing the point guard position wherever he goes. That's just an assumption I'm making. I don't think he's going to have the same role. So I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron James, who was third in assists last year, now being a full-time point guard, I wouldn't be surprised if he led the NBA in assists this upcoming season. Um, I do wonder about the perimeter defense for the Lakers. That I do wonder about. You're going to have on the perimeter Danny Green and LeBron James. Um, Now Danny Green, offensively, I think he's going to have an awesome year. Last year, I think he was second in the NBA in 3-point field goal percentage. Now they didn't translate over to the playoffs, where he struggled mightily with his outside shot. Um, but I think next year he's going to have a great year. I think Danny Green possibly, and you're hearing it first, if he stays healthy, I wouldn't be surprised if Danny Green exceeds 300 3-pointers made. And if he does that, he'll be only the second player in the history of the NBA to make over 300 3-pointers. And if you think that's like something that can't be done, remember 300 3-point field goals times 3 is 900 points. So that would be a little over like about 11 points per game average, plus other buckets, field goals, 2-point field goals, free throws. I could see if Green averaged 14 points per game or something like that next year. But he's mostly a 3-point shooter. So you heard it here first. I wouldn't be surprised if Danny Green made 300 3-point field goals next year with this type of team, this type of spacing, this many offensive threats. He might even lead the NBA in 3-point accuracy, or he'll be once again up there. But anyway, the point is, I do wonder about the defense on the perimeter. It's not. It's well known that LeBron James, at this stage of his career, is no longer a good defensive player. Now, the LeBron James that we saw in Miami, all right, who may not have been the most technically sound defensive player from a positional standpoint and stance and all that, his sheer size alone and his um, effort made him one of the league's better defensive players. That began to slide once he moved to Cleveland, back to Cleveland, excuse me, and got worse to the point where last year, defensively, he was one of the worst defensive players. And I mean one of the worst defensive players in the league. Now you're talking about him going up against players who are traditionally the quickest players on the team, the point guards. I wonder how that's going to work. Now one of my subscribers, no one was it one of my subscribers or was it somebody on one of? I think it was one on Ticket TV's video. He did make a good point, and I mean I knew that too. That he's going to get bailed out a lot just because of the guys roaming on the team. The shot blockers, Cousins and Davis. So that gets canceled out. You know what I'm saying? But still, if you're a guy who has a great pull up jumper, you know what I'm saying? If you have a great mid range jumper, you're loving this matchup against LeBron James because the defense is probably not going to be able to get to you by the time you cook LeBron's ankles. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I think it's going to work offensively. I think the Lakers might lead the NBA in scoring. Okay, I think once they get it together. Now this is the thing. On paper, the Lakers are an awesome team, but it has to. These guys have to get into a rhythm. These guys have to, get used to playing one another. Remember with Miami, it took a while for those guys to really start to get in the groove and learning how to play with one another. They didn't start off gangbusters, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they started off that 2010-11 Heat team. I don't think they started off all that great. But I wouldn't be surprised if Laker team ultimately wins 55, 56 games, something of that magnitude. If they win more than that, then they're really clicking. Um, I think it's the next season where I think this Laker team might take off more so. But I don't know. But I think any comparisons to Magic Johnson are not founded. Magic Johnson did something over a stretch of 12 years for the Lakers organization that was unparalleled. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that even includes Kobe Bryant. The level of success, what was expected every year. There were some years with Kobe Bryant where the Lakers did not make the playoffs. That would have been unacceptable during the Magic Johnson regime. It was unacceptable not to get to the NBA Finals during 1981 and 1986. That was unacceptable. Actually, to be honest with you, losing the finals was a disappointment, but not make the finals was unexpected. Was unacceptable. So that level of success that the Lakers saw during that regime, during the Magic Johnson Showtime Lakers with Kareem and all those guys, that's nearly unparalleled in the history of the NBA. So to compare LeBron to Magic in that essence is not quite fair to LeBron, you know. But we'll see what happens with this year. I think they'll be a great team. I think LeBron James will have a great comeback year, and I hope that I'm wrong about his age because I do see signs that uh, you know injury or getting hurt might become a problem with LeBron James. That tends to happen with players when they have a injury, like a injury that they suffer after a long period of health, robust health, and they start getting these little injuries. Maybe that was just one of these freak injuries, and hopefully that won't happen with him. But we'll see. Tell me